She is going to crush him. Let's talk debate. Let's talk debate. This is Anthony Davis. He seems to have, experience with debates and stuff. And he's going to say something here. I found this clip today that we have been talking about for the past couple of days. Listen to this. Roll it.
ABC TV debates between Kamala Harris and the disgraced former president. I thought I would talk strategy for Kamala Harris, stopping short of her actually flying me to Washington and doing debate prep with her. It is an area that I've worked in for many, many years. I've prepped politicians for debates. I've worked as a stand-in so that they have someone to,
So this guy claims he knows what he's doing. So let's continue and hear what he has to say about this.
Volley with, I've moderated, and I've done media training for politicians in these environments. I've spent a lot of time in the TV debate studio.
By the way, this guy does 5-minute news segments on YouTube. He's very good. He's very good. Continue, sir.
In a previous life. And so it's something that's very dear to my heart. It's something that's very important that you understand is not a natural environment. There is nothing normal about standing at a podium, being given a certain amount of time to talk, not having any audience, so there's no feedback. You don't get a sense if you're doing well or not. You're very much isolated. And just by nature of the design of these things, you really have to be on top form. And we saw what happens if you're not on top form with Joe Biden in the debate.
That was a disaster. Not gonna lie. That was a disaster. Still, with that being a disaster, Biden really didn't lose any ground. All this idiot did was lie and shit himself. Continue, sir.
With Donald Trump, where he just wasn't able to do his best. The next day, he was able to do his best, but he wasn't in that very false environment of the television studio. David Muir and Lindsay Davis will moderate. Trump and Harris will each have 2 minutes to answer questions and 2 minutes to give rebuttals.
This is going to be interesting.
They'll also be granted.
By the way, hit the notification bell, and I'll try to do this debate. I don't know. I don't have much equipment, but we're going to laugh, that's for sure. Continue.
1 additional minute to clarify or follow up anything. Microphones will be muted when it's not a candidate's turn to speak, just like the previous debate. And the candidates will not give opening statements. Trump has won a coin flip to determine the order of the closing statements and podium placement. Well, Trump, who selected the statement order, will give the final closing statement, which will be 2 minutes long. Well,
and I'm going to trash it. Continue, Anthony.
You can guess why he chose to have the closing statement. Because
so I can trash him.
He wants to leave his mark. He wants to be the
what? He wants to take a shit on stage? Continue, Anthony.
Person to speak. And that's annoying, isn't it? Because he's going to...
Just looking at that guy is annoying. Anthony, continue.
Really milk that for what it's worth. Now, you may know that my opinion in the months leading up to this was that Harris, and indeed Biden before her, should not debate Donald Trump.
I agree with them 100%. Just think of who the media is platforming. A dude that basically has committed every crime in the American penal book. I agree with him on this, but that's what we're stuck with, and I get to trash him. Continue, Anthony.
He is an insurrectionist. He is a fraudster. He is a rapist. He is a white supremacist. He is also a convicted felon. And
True.
For those reasons, and there are plenty of others, he should not be platformed or legitimized by having somebody of the standard of the vice president.
Agreed, Anthony.
Or president standing next to him on a debate stage
Continue, Anthony.
Just don't believe that Donald Trump, considering all the crimes that he's committed, not to mention espionage, the stealing of classified documents, not giving them back when he said he had, and sharing them. I mean, if it wasn't for the delay in these legal cases, then they might...
his right-wing sleeper cell, a.k.a. the Supreme Court.
Say, well, you are not able to run. But unfortunately, felons, it seems, can't vote, but they can run for president. So that's who we're dealing with. If I had to give one piece of advice, I would start every sentence with the phrase, "That's a lie."
Oh, T-A-L, that's a lie. Hey, Triple M fans, we're on to something.
And I've mentioned this previously, and it's very, very powerful use of language because it's just 3 words. You can say them very quickly, and they work off the back of everything Trump is going to say.
Especially when the idiot you direct those words to lies. That's all he does is lie. So, 3 words, that's a lie.
Because he cannot tell the truth.
Exactly. Debate tonight at 9 o'clock. Let's do this. Let's try this. We should have some fun. Check out how this blockhead right here, Sean Fanabutt, does debate prep. Okay? All right, you see this? Media malpractice, CNN. that was then, okay? During the first debate, okay? Right? Yeah. Hey, blockhead, look now. Media malpractice again. This is pure, unadulterated propaganda. Let's listen to this guy threatening some kind of boycott or something. This is a blockhead. This is a miserable shit. Look, my kid works at a place that he has frequented, right? And I'll tell you what, everybody says he is just as miserable in person than he is on TV. You blockhead.
Bob Iger and his left-wing heir apparent, maybe they don't want half the country to attend their theme parks. Maybe they don't.
They don't care. They don't care if a bunch of mouth-breathing, slack-jawed imbeciles throw gum all over the floor and shit up their toilets. Disney's fine with the people they have coming there. That place is always jam-packed.
Care about
you ain't scaring anybody, you blockhead.
They're tanking stock price.
Tanking stock? It's not tanking. Sorry.
Which is
that's a lie.
Prerogative. They're free to make that choice. But if they are biased against Donald Trump, as they have been leading into tomorrow night.
No, they're just biased against stupidity and ignorance. Yeah, and racism and all the garbage that asshole brings. Not to mention, they weren't too pleased when, because of him, their parks shut down forever. Yeah.
The nightly newscast is half the country's not going to like it one bit.
Nobody cares. Nobody cares about you and your shit show. Who do you think you're threatening, you prick?
They're not going to like ABC.
Nobody cares. What are you threatening them? You're a jerk.
Heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought.
Holy shit, honey. You don't even believe this.
All prepared for the debate tomorrow night. That is right. He doesn't need traditional debate prep. He's proven to be one of the most effective debaters in modern political history. Just look at how he...
A functionally illiterate mouth breather.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
I'm no fan of this shithead, but he takes Lippy here. What happened to your lip, honey? To task. Continue, blockhead.
I've got a complaint. I know the campaign wants to win over Nikki Haley's voters.
Yeah, right. Good luck with that. They're not Nikki Haley voters, by the way. They're anti-Trump voters. Yeah, They don't give a shit about what that flip-flopper says.
But I don't think you do that with name.
That's a bitch right there. Continue.
Calling, for example. I take issue with Trump's new nickname for California governor, calling him New Scum. I don't think that's a good idea.
Because that's all he is is 5-year-old name calling. That's all he does. That's all he does. That's all he has. That's all he has.
I object to that kind of language. How about you?
Well, I think that what Governor Gavin Newsom has done to the once great state of California.
Nope. It's fine. They're fine.
Is terrible. You see.
Nope.
Real scum.
me,
Real
are you
homeless
okay
people.
with
No. So, yeah, calling homeless people scum. Yeah, I know. I figured, they are below you, but they have landed on the street for a reason, and they're addressing that problem, you asshole.
Excuse me, are you okay? Are you saying it's okay to bring that kind of language to a presidential campaign?
You have to ask that question? Seriously. That's their whole platform, you idiot.
Scum? If that's okay?
I think the real problem here.
No. The question is your 5-year-old disgusting name calling appropriate? That's the question.
Is the policies.
Nope. You got to stop her right there. You're terrible at this. That's not the question. You just got to stop it. That's not the question. But no, you're terrible at this. Continue, bitch.
The deranged Democrats from
Nah.
Gavin Newsom to Joe Biden.
I think your
that have
campaign
destroyed
has a
American
problem with
communities
language
across
like
this
that.
country.
You don't agree with me, but I think your campaign has a problem with language like that.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think voters respectfully agree with you.
Oh, yeah, they do. Oh, wait, maybe not your voters. They're a bunch of scumbag mouth breathers. Get some collagen in that lip, you idiot.
You just ate the most acid I've ever seen anybody eat in my life.
$1.89 gas under $1.
Yeah, and nobody was using it. And as soon as we were able to use it, they started price gouging, you asshole. They started manipulating it, you prick. You mouth-breathing weasel, you.
It cost me $130 to fill up my SUV 2 days.
Listen to Lon Chaney here. Idiot Lon Chaney.
Days ago.
At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it.